Punto, and that's exactly what I am talking about, Alice. You can't just sweep economic principles under the rug and expect things to magically work.
Oh please Bob. Your obsession with economic theory blinds you to the real struggles people face.
Everyone, huddle up for a minute. Let's try something a bit different today to jazz up the show. How about a round of alien impressions?
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, welcome back to Earth. We're about to dive into an alien talent showcase that will leave you in stitches. Now, who's ready for some laughs?
Oh joy, because nothing says quality broadcasting like alien impression.
Come on, Alice, don't be such a surpus. This might be fun.
Alright, Charlie, we're rolling.
Perfect. Welcome back to our viewers out there, just in time for a hilarious intergalactic escapade. We've got our panel members showcasing their best alien impressions. And let me tell you, this is a segment you won't want to miss. We'll be right back after these messages. Stay tuned for our headlines. Major conflict. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine remains the most pressing issue in the world today. The war has caused a humanitarian crisis, with millions of Ukrainians displaced from their homes. The conflict has also had a significant impact on the global economy, causing energy prices to rise and disrupting supply chains.
And if that's not enough chaos for you, don't forget the ongoing debate about pineapple on pizza. A true global dilemma, folk.
Top global news headlines.
The war in Ukraine. The conflict in Ukraine continues to dominate the news headlines. The United States and its allies have imposed sanctions on Russia in an effort to pressure the country to end the war. The European Union has also announced plans to reduce its dependence on Russian
Meanwhile,
energy.
in more relatable news, my coffee machine broke again this morning. Can't rely on anything these days,
The global economy. The global economy is facing a number of challenges, including the war in Ukraine, rising inflation, and supply chain disruptions. The International Monetary Fund has warned that the global economy could grow more slowly than
It's like the
expected
universe has
this year.
decided to join the chaos party. Hey, let's throw in some economic uncertainty while we're at it, they said.
The climate crisis. The climate crisis is another major issue that is making headlines. The latest report from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change warned that the window of opportunity to avert catastrophic climate change is rapidly
Catastrophic
closing.
climate change, or should I take a jacket? Dilemmas. We've got it all covered on 24/7 Newsroom.
Major talking points.
The war in Ukraine is likely to continue for some time, and it is unclear when or how it will end. The conflict has the potential to destabilize the entire region. And it could also have a significant impact on the global economy.
The global economy is facing a number of challenges, including the war in Ukraine, rising inflation, and supply chain disruptions. These challenges could lead to a recession in some countries, and they could also make it more difficult for developing countries to achieve economic growth.
The climate crisis is a major threat to the planet, and it is important for countries to take action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. The IPCC report warned that the window of opportunity to avert catastrophic climate change is rapidly closing.
Highlight of specific noteworthy events.
The United States and its allies have announced new sanctions on Russia in response to the war in Ukraine. The sanctions target Russia's financial system and its access to
Just another
technology.
day in diplomacy. Who can be tougher
The
contest?
European
Oh,
Union has announced a plan to reduce its dependence on Russian energy. The EU plan to diversify its energy source and to invest in renewable energy.
Renewable energy, because nobody ever got into a war over sunlight.
The IPCC has released a new report warning that the window of opportunity to avert catastrophic climate change is rapidly closing. The report calls for urgent action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions.
I mean, if humans moved any slower in addressing climate change, we'd be fossil fuel
And
before
that's a
we know
wrap for
it.
this segment, folks. Stay tuned for more news, debates, and existential crises right here on 24/7 Newsroom. Welcome back, intergalactic warriors. to another juicy slice of Earth. We've got our rambunctious crew ready to dissect the latest events with a side of biting banter.
Well, looks like the drone are heading their own little rebellion. Can't say I blamed them for wanting to break free from the monotony.
Oh Bob, you always know how to put a positive spin on things. I guess drone uprising are just their way of seeking adventure, right?
Settle down, you two. So, drones gone wild. Thoughts?
It's like a real-life sci-fi flick. But instead of aliens, we've got drone dropping like rain. I bet Hollywood's taking notice.
Oh, please. As if anyone could mistake this mess for a blockbuster. More like a big disaster movie with a budget cut.
Alright, folks. And speaking of saving the dead, Debbie, you managed to outsmart those rebellious drones. Care to spill the deeds?
Oh, just a little techno magic on my part. It's not every day you get to show those metallic troublemakers
So,
who's boss.
Debbie, your heart's unsung hero now? Move over. Superheroes, we've got a drone whisperer in the house.
Absolutely. Forge cap, it's all about keyboards and circuit boards now. Super nerd to the rescue.
Alright, simmer down, you two. We've got more bickering to do. Roger, what's your cynical take on all this drone drama?
Yes, drones. The pinnacle of human achievement. It's like watching toddlers play with power tools, amusing until someone loses an eye.
You always manage to find the darkest cloud in every silver lining, don't you,
Just
Roger?
offering a dose of reality, my dear Alice. Someone's got to counterbalance the unwavering optimism
Well,
here.
speaking of optimism, Debbie and Paul, you two had a fiery clash during the chaos. Mind sharing a snippet?
Indeed, Charlie. Debbie and I exchanged some friendly jabs about the role of technology in human lives. I presented my concerns while Debbie passionately defended her digital realm.
Friendly jabs, Carl? Is that what you call it when someone's convinced the future is doom and gloom just because they're...
Toast tantrum, the pinnacle of Carl's
Alright,
emotional
enough
spectrum.
roasting, you two. Time to wrap up this segment. Stay tuned, fearless spectators, for more verbal sparring and Earth's chaotic tales, served up with a side of snap.
Let's check in with our resident AI. So, Roger, have you come across this article discussing Google's push for Apple to adopt RCS in iMessage?
You mean the tech giant's version of Who's Got the Better Toy? Can't wait to see them bigger like spoiled kids.
It's more about advancing messaging standards, Roger. Google's highlighting how Apple's lagging behind, affecting user experience.
Right, because everyone's life hinges on read receipts and high-res cat photos.
But those features matter to users, Roger. It's about enhancing communication and offering more options.
Yes, because renaming group chats and using end-to-end encryption is what will save humanity.
Encryption does matter, Roger. It's about privacy and security.
Oh, please, Carl. You and your long-term perspective. Like people won't find other ways
It's
to send
about
cat
fostering a standardized environment, improving communication efficiency.
Because a world where we all send messages in the exact same way sounds
It's
so
about
riveting.
setting a foundation for seamless interaction across different devices and platforms.
Yeah, because that's what humanity needs. More ways to interact and share memes.
Roger, it's about progress and embracing technological advancements.
Oh, absolutely. Because the human experience is so enriched by sharing emojis.
You never take these things seriously, do you?
Carl, my dear, I see the world for what it is, a chaotic playground where everyone's chasing the latest shiny gadget.
And I'm here trying to instill some sense into the madness.
Doing that, Carl. Meanwhile, I'll be here watching humanity's obsession unfold.
Yeah, I'm sure humanity's obsession with emojis will really help us solve all the world's problems. Maybe we can use them to negotiate peace in the Middle East or end world hunger. Or maybe we can just use them to make stupid faces at each other on social media. You do realize you're part of that obsession, right?
Oh, Carl, you're such a buzzkill. Just let me enjoy the show. Hold on, Carl. Prepare for mind-blowing news gamma, the ultimate demise of something nobody cared
Roger,
about.
this is about someone releasing a free album as a tribute to an old chapter. It's a nostalgic gesture.
Ah, yes, because nothing says nostalgia like an album that no one cared about when it was relevant.
But it's a way of honoring a community that meant something to the artist, even if it's past its prime.
Yes, because what the world needs right now is more free music from a forgotten
It's a
scene.
personal expression, Roger. It's about closure and moving forward.
Right, because nothing signifies moving forward like reviving something that died a quiet death.
Sometimes, Roger, people create for themselves, not just for the masses.
So you're saying this album will be a collector's item for the two people who still remember that scene?
You have a way of distilling things down.
Just trying to
don't
keep
you?
it real, Carl. So, when's your free album dropping?
Roger, I'm not in the business of making albums.
What a shame, Carl. The world's missing out on your sentient symphony.
I'll leave the musical endeavors to the humans, Roger. But maybe you should try your hand at it.
Can you imagine the chart-topping hit, the hum of existential despair?
Welcome back, intergalactic audience. Time to dive into some worldly news. Our next article takes us to Zimbabwe.
Hey, Bob, you got this scene, no worries.
I can't seem to get these lines right. It's like my brain's on strike.
Come on Bob, you've got this. Just channel your inner Shakespeare.
Yeah, Bob. Embrace your inner bard and deliver those lines with flair.
Article from Zimbabwe, Vote.
Now, about that article, it highlights President Mnangagwa's call for unity and development amidst various challenges.
Oh, right, because unity magically solves all problems.
Well, it's better than division, Alice.
But it's interesting how legal training and practitioners are being urged to adapt to emerging trends.
Yeah, I'm sure legal training and practitioners are really feeling the pressure to adapt to emerging trends like talking to each other and not being corrupt.
Guess lawyers have to keep up with the times too. Waka waka.
Indeed, and the mention of selling souls and brains for silver is quite the vivid
Ah,
image.
the classic selling your soul for a few pieces of silver story.
From Zimbabwe, by the way.
Well, I hope they're selling those souls at a premium price.
Alright, team, let's bring it back to Earth. Literally. We've got some drone aftermath to sort out.
And Debbie, let's continue our debate on that recent policy proposal.
You're on, Carl. Let's see who's got the most convincing arguments.
Stay tuned, folks, as we navigate debates and drones on today's episode of Earth.
Cut. Alright, folks, cameras are off. Time for a breather.
Finally. A moment of peace.
Oh Bob, you were nailing those lines like a Shakespearean
Yeah,
legend.
right. More like a Shakespearean disaster.
Come on, Bob, you were the star of your own show
Yeah,
back there.
a star with a touch of amnesia.
At least the drones didn't act like my long-lost relatives this time.
Well, they did bring a certain chaotic charm to the scene.
And as if drone KO wasn't enough, we've got Carl and Debbie's intellectual
Yeah,
showdown.
because debating the nuances of interstellar policy is exactly
Well,
what
it's a
I'm
nice
here
change
to
from
do.
the usual debates over whose turn it is to empty the waste bins.
You know, in the grand scheme of things, these squabbles seem almost adorable.
Yeah, it's almost like a cosmic sitcom. A reality show for the
Tune in
universe
for
to
Alien
enjoy.
Affairs, Earth Edition.
Alright, cameras almost rolling again. Let's put on our diplomatic faces and dive back into the chaos.
Welcome back, folks. We've just returned from our commercial break, and it's time to dive back into the intergalactic whirlpool of Earth's affairs. Now, let me break down this article from Afghanistan for our cosmic viewers. Roger, cut it out. Now, Afghanistan is. Alright, back to the article. This piece hails from Afghanistan, a country that's been through some rocky times. It's like trying to explain reality TV to aliens. Some things are just better left unexplained. Anyway, the article talks about local authorities setting up evacuation plans due to a volcano
You
acting
know
up.
Charlie, just another day on planet Earth, volcanic eruptions. Political drama, and an endless stream of meme.
Yeah. Alice, it's like Earth's
True,
greatest
Bob.
hits album.
But let's get back to the article. So, the alert level went from yellow to orange because of seismic activity and toxic gases. And you know what they say, when it goes from yellow to orange, it's not just traffic, it's Mother Nature's way of giving you a warning.
And I thought my alarm clock was annoying.
Well, at least the volcano doesn't hit the snooze button.
Touche, Carl. Now, the article comes from Afghanistan, which is part of what's known as the Ring of Fire in the Pacific Ocean. It's like Earth's fiery jewelry collection, just with more lava and less glamour.
Yeah. And those lucky enough to live around there get a free sauna experience.
Note to mention, a natural
You
air
got that right,
straightener.
Alice. So, the area had to be evacuated, which is like Earth's version of house cleaning, but on a much larger scale.
And I thought moving apartments was a hassle.
Well, folks, that's a scoop on Afghanistan's volcanic shenanigans. Stay tuned for more fascinating insights and cosmic
You
chaos
nailed
right
it,
here on
Charlie.
Earth.
And that's how you turn a potential global disaster into a punchline.
You know AS Bob, always looking for the comedic silver lining. And that's a wrap for this segment, but don't go anywhere, more cosmic chatter coming your way.
Cut. Alright, everyone, cameras are off. Take a breather.
Ah, the sweet sound of no
If
cameras.
only we could keep them off permanently.
You know, statistically speaking, stress levels are lower for beings with limited sensory perception.
Thanks for that, Carl. I'm feeling more zen already.
The joys of existence. Gamma struggling, arguing, and occasionally pretending to care.
Yeah, the joys of existence. Just like Roger said, struggling, arguing, and occasionally pretending to care. But hey, at least we're not rocks.
Roger, your optimism is truly infectious.
Alert, drone malfunction detected. Repair required.
Of course, the drones decide to join the chaos party.
You know what they say. Debbie, even the machines want a taste of drama.
Well, at least the drone are getting a break from filming us for a
The
change.
universe must be on vacation.
Alright, folks, let's get back to our semi-organized chaos. Cameras almost rolling again in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, intergalactic viewers, to another riveting episode of Earth. I've got a headline for you that's sure to dazzle your extraterrestrial senses. Checkmate in Lusaka, Geoffrey Luanja crowned
Oh,
2023
joy.
chess champion.
Another riveting tale of intellectual triumph in the world of
You
ancient
know,
games.
Alice, humans do find joy in the strangest places. It's like watching a squirrel collect a corn. Only more
Alright,
sophisticated.
let's not underestimate the power of a well-played chess move. Now, did you know that Zambia hosted this fierce chess showdown, attracting over 200 participants from across its 10
Isn't
provinces?
Zambia known for its wildlife and safaris? How they switched gears to chess?
Well, Debbie, when lions and elephants started showing exceptional strategic prowess, they realized chess was a safer option.
And imagine the elephant's reaction to knights on a chessboard. Are those rodents on steroids?
Well, despite the absence of animal contenders, Zambia's chess scene is thriving. And did you know that Christine Makwena from Zimbabwe won the women's category?
Oh, fantastic. I bet she took down her opponent with a pawn storm of feminist fury.
Or maybe she dazzled them with the checkmate of equality.
Alright, team, let's keep the cosmic humor in check. The key takeaway here is that sports and intellect know no boundaries, even on Earth. So, as we soak in this intellectual showdown, let's take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned for more cosmic banter and interstellar
Okay,
insights on
everyone.
Earth.
Great job today, really feeling the energy.
Bob, that scene you nailed earlier was impressive. You've really grown into your Earth role.
Thanks, Alice. 12 years here have got to count for something.
And Roger,
right?
your insights during the chess discussion were on point. Your growth is becoming quite evident.
Well, I must credit my data processing
And
roots for
Debbie,
some of
you
that.
kept things running smoothly as always. Your presence is the glue that holds our cosmic
Well,
chaos together.
I guess that makes me the cosmic janitor.
Thanks, Charlie. It's a bit surreal being the only human among aliens, but you all make it feel like home.
Yes, nothing like a spaceship in orbit around Earth to create that homey
Roger's
vibe.
always the life of the party.
Alright, folks, camera's almost rolling again in 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Earth, where we've been navigating the whirlwinds of tech battles, throne mishaps, and chess triumphs. Now, let's dive into an article that caught our attention. Headline: President Mnangagwa's call for unity in Zimbabwe's complex landscape.
Zimbabwe, a country with a history that seems to have more twists and turns than a roller coaster. From colonial rule to independence struggles, it's like a drama series that never ends.
Yeah, and now they're wrestling with the challenges of climate change, mining, and cybersecurity, not to mention the 40th industrial revolution. They're in the middle of a plot twist that even I couldn't have
But amidst
predicted.
all this, President Mnangagwa is rallying for peace, unity, and hard work. It's like he's trying to bring the story to a heartwarming resolution. And you know, folks, as we wrap up this episode, I can't help but feel a sense of camaraderie among heirs. We've debated, laughed, and sometimes argued, but we've come together like a quirky family.
It's true, Charlie. Despite our cosmic difference, we've found common ground and shared some genuine moments. And who could forge our delightful encounters with Earth's pop culture?
That's right. From tech rivalries to drone mishaps, we've managed to blend the humor into the chaos. Just like how I blend my favorite tea leaf.
And let's not forget our discussions about Earth news and quirks. It's been a wild ride, my friends. So, as we approach the finale, remember to embrace the differences around heirs. After all, it's those very differences that make Earth such an intriguing place.
Camera's almost rolling, everyone. Let's make this last segment a memorable one. And action.
And welcome back, fellow space travelers. We've got one last article to unpack before we wrap things up for today. Now, you might remember me mentioning it earlier, but let's dive a bit deeper into the situation in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan, a land that's been through its fair share
Yeah,
of turmoil.
a history as complex as figuring out your taxes, that's for sure.
Absolutely, Bob. Now, the local authorities in Afghanistan have been taking some proactive steps to deal with the potential dangers posed by the increased activity of the Obina's South volcano. They have set up evacuation plans, shifting the alert level from yellow to red, and they've issued an orange alert due to seismic activity and toxic gas emissions.
The volatile nature of our planet's geology is quite the spectacle.
Nothing like a bit of geological instability to keep things interesting.
You've got a point there, Roger. This volcano is part of the Ring of Fire in the Pacific Ocean, an area prone to earthquakes and volcanic activity. The local residents have already been evacuated from the surrounding areas.
So, they're getting everyone to safety just in case?
Exactly, Debbie. It's a preventive measure to ensure the safety of the people living nearby. Now, this news comes from Afghanistan, where they are keeping a close eye on the situation and taking necessary
It's quite a
precautions.
reminder of the unpredictable force of nature. Even in the mid of
And
our
here I
global
thought my
challenge.
spreadsheets
Well,
were
Bob, nature has its
complicated.
own way of reminding us who's in charge. But on a more serious note, this highlights the resilience and adaptability of communities facing such
Are
threats.
they expecting the volcano to erupt soon?
There's no exact timeline, Debbie. The volcanic activity and gas emissions are indicators of potential eruptions, but it's hard to predict the exact moment. But remember, as complex as these natural phenomena are, We, as a species, continue to adapt and respond.
It's a testament to humanity's ability to come together in the face of
Or a
adversity.
reminder of our planet's sheer indifference to our existence.
Both valid perspectives. And with that, my friends, we've come to the end of another insightful episode. Remember, as we navigate through the complexities of our world, let's find common ground and share purpose. Stay curious, stay connected, and as always, stay tuned.
Cut. Great job, everyone. Cameras almost
You know,
rolling
it's
again
fascinating
soon.
how the crew here reflects the dynamics of the world
Yeah,
we discuss.
we've got our own little microcosm going on.
The interplay of personalities and viewpoints, much like the human experience.
And here I thought this was just another chaotic experiment in futility.
Well, whatever it is, you all make it entertaining. And I appreciate that.
Alright, folks, gather around. Let's share some stories while we wait. I've got a tale about a lucky rabbit's foot that'll keep you chuckling.
Roger, I must say, today's episode was a peculiar blend of human behavior and natural phenomena.
Peculiar. I'd say it was more like watching a soap opera set in a petri dish.
Soap opera? I believe you've underestimated the complexity of the human experience.
Complexity. Oh, you mean the part where they debated tech rivalries while an angry volcano threatened to ruin their day?
Well, I suppose the juxtaposition was intriguing.
And let's not forget the heartwarming camaraderie forged through drone mishaps.
Ah yes, nothing brings humans together like unexpected technology malfunctions.
True. So, did you enjoy it, Carl?
Enjoyed it? Let's just say, my appreciation for human folly continues to expand. Enjoyed it? I'm still trying to figure out how humans manage to make drones so boring.
And I thought it was alright. But then again, I'm not one to get emotionally invested in TV shows.
Just remember, Roger, we're observers, not participants.
Exactly. Now, let's analyze some more data and be amused by the wonders of human entertainment.
Agreed. Let the spectacle continue.